In this video, we're continuing with our personal finance data, and we're going to talk about your report formatting options. We've already discussed some of the many ways we can format our visuals, but we're going to introduce a new trick involving dynamic chart titles. Plus, we're going to show you ways we can change the appearance of entire pages and our filter pane. Another interesting trick in Power BI is the creation of dynamic titles based on your slicer selections. If we look at the table on our monthly budget page, we can give it a static title by going to our format settings, turning on the title setting, and just typing in some text like monthly budget. Now suppose that we want our title to say something like expenses versus budget for April 2019, or whichever month we select. This is possible through measures and dynamic titles. We'll start by creating a new measure called budget period. We're going to use a new DAX function called selected value, which returns a single value for a given column after that column has been filtered in some way. In this case, we're going to tell DAX to return the selected value for our month and year, both of which can already be seen in the slicers in the top left corner of our page. Now, let's select our chart and go back to the title settings. When we hover over the box where we type in the title, we'll notice a small icon appears directly above the box. Clicking that icon will show us an option called conditional formatting. This is very similar to the conditional formatting we did earlier in the course, where we shaded cells in our tables a certain color based on their values. Here, we're going to apply some conditional formatting to the title of our chart. When the conditional formatting window pops up, it asks us to choose what field we want to use to format our chart title. We're going to go into our list of fields and find the new budget period measure we just created, then select it and click OK. Now, when we look at our monthly budget table, the title is changed to reflect the current year and month of our slicer selections. And as we change our slicer selections, this title will update automatically. So far in this course, we've been using the default theme for Power BI, but Power BI Desktop gives us many ways to customize our fonts, colors, and background images. We'll navigate to the View tab in Power BI Desktop and open up the Themes menu. We can choose between several different color schemes with white backgrounds, plus we have some more colorful options like this one with a gradient purple background, or this one that has a blue background with a graphic. Choosing any of these from the menu will automatically update our report style, and we'll see differences not only in the colors, but also in the fonts. We can also open the Theme Gallery, which is an online gallery of Power BI themes. From there, you can download theme files from the gallery and upload them to your report using the Browse for Themes option. You can also use the Customize Current Theme option to make your own adjustments to an existing theme. For instance, if we choose this dark theme from the menu, we'll notice that the primary font is Arial. And this may sound weird, but I'm a bit of a font snob and I just don't like the appearance of Arial, so I'm going to change it. We're going to go to the Themes menu and select Customize Current Theme. A new window appears where we have several categories we can modify: colors, text, visual borders, the filters, panes, and so on. I just want to change the text, so I'll click on that category. Then I'll go to each of the subcategories and change the font from Arial to something better like Calibri or Sego. Then, when I click Apply and Save, my theme customizations get applied to my report. Another thing Power BI developers do to improve the look and feel of their reports is to use backgrounds. Sometimes this is as simple as choosing a different background color, or you can even upload an image. You want to be careful with changing the background though, because some backgrounds can be distracting to our audience. If we use a lot of bold colors or busy patterns in the background, we might divert the audience's attention away from our visualizations, which is where the story is being told. To change our backgrounds, we need to be in Power BI Desktop with no visuals selected. Then we go to our visualizations pane and click on the format settings, where we'll see a list of settings to choose from, like page information, page size, background, alignment, wallpaper, filter pane, and filter cards. Let's first start with page size. Here we have the ability to choose from a few different preset page sizes. Power BI defaults to a 16:9 aspect ratio, which matches the aspect ratio of most widescreen monitors in use today. We can also choose a 4:3 aspect ratio, which is closer to a square in its proportions, or a letter size, which is 11 inches long by 8.5 inches wide. The tooltip option creates a small square shaped page that we can use as a tooltip for our charts. Finally, you can use the custom type to set your own page dimensions. For now, we'll stick with the 16:9 aspect ratio. Let's now switch to the page background settings. In the exercise files, I've included a page background that fits the 16:9 aspect ratio, and we're going to upload it. All we have to do is click the box that says Add Image, then locate and select the image named Week 3 Background in our exercise files. Once that's done, our page background will update to show our background image. And if we want our background image to be visible underneath the visuals in our chart, we can go into the visual format settings and make their backgrounds transparent. The other type of background we can set up is a wallpaper background. Like the page background, this can be a color or an image. For this exercise, we'll just use a color, something loud and noticeable like a lime green. When we do that, we can see that the areas outside our pages in the Report Designer are now shaded in this color. The wallpaper setting allows you to change the background that is actually behind our pages themselves. If we want to see the wallpaper underneath our page visuals, we can go back to our page background and increase the transparency setting so that the wallpaper becomes visible. And by doing this, I've basically created the ugliest report I've ever built. But you get the point of what you can do with wallpapers and page backgrounds. There are a lot of ways to customize the look and feel of your Power BI reports using the format settings, so you should spend time exploring your different options.